Hey everyone, so in this video I wanted to show you how to use Leads Importer with Flowmattic and Voxel theme. So what we are going to do is install Voxel, create a flow, and then we'll be able to use the tool Leads Importer to search and import listings directly into your Voxel theme. So we are going to need four tools or plugins to themes. So one is the Voxel theme, of course, that uses the Elementor plugin. Then the second one is the Flowmattic plugin. And then the third one is the Leads Importer tool. And finally, for exposing the endpoints from Voxel, we are also going to use a plugin called WP REST API Controller. So in this demo that I have here, I already installed the Voxel theme, and I already have by default the places custom post type because that's the one I got when I installed the demo. And then, we'll then use this one for the demonstration. But of course, this is valid for every custom post type that you create. Just follow the steps. Okay, so we have the Voxel theme. I already installed also Flowmattic here. Then if we go into installed plugins, we have also here the WP REST API controller from Evan Herman. So this is the one you should get. And I also have here already signed up for the Leads Importer tool for the demo. So we are ready to get started. The first step I usually do is come into places and make sure that we have all the fields that we want to use during the import. We go here into edit post type, then here into fields, and we can see then here I already added the fields previously, but of course some already are here by default, like the title, the category, the description. Then we have here below, we also can use the logo, the featured image, and the gallery. Well, depending on where you want to import the image. We have the email, phone, website, the social networks, which is a repeater field. You have to install, you have to create then Facebook. So we go here into social networks first of all, then create Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Then we have the place ID, a text field. This will be used later on if you want to update the listing, like with the ratings, the total rating, the AI review summary, that it will be available also as an add-on in the future. Then here, as I mentioned, the rating, the total ratings, the author. So this is the author of the image. So if you put the image, you also have to display the author. This is the URL for the author of the image. Then we have the Google URL. So this is the listing URL of Google. I think it's also called the CID URL. Then the field for the review summary text. So this will not be used in this demonstration, but it will be in the next videos. Then here also select review, which also will be shown in the next video. So basically this will allow you to create a custom post type as a review, and it will enable you to create a sort of a widget that will display the reviews. Okay, then I think we have everything to move forward. The other step is we go into tools, REST API controller. And then here we just make sure we go into taxonomies and we go below and we make sure that the category that you use for that custom post type is enabled here. So by enabling it, we are exposing the this endpoint, and we'll be able to use the categories during the import, which we'll see, which is quite useful for during the import stage. Okay, so it's enabled, places category. We go back then. We go then into the users. So this is also an important step for the imports, but later on when you have the listings imported, you will not need to perform this if you don't want to import more listings. or well, in that case, if you don't, it will not add more custom post types and more categories, and then you don't need to add more listings. Okay, so for this we're going to need to have an admin role for the user. So you can use the existing one, or you can just create one specifically for it. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and use this one. So I'm going into edit. And then here we are going to use the username, and we are also going to create an application password. So I'm just going to leave it for now, and then I'm going to come back here to do the setup, but you can already create the user, keep the password, because you're going to then need it later. Okay, so we can start preparing things. So just confirming that we have the places here, and we added a couple of categories. So we have bar, cinema, fitness, health, nightlife, restaurants, and shopping. So now we go back into the Leads Importer tool, and we see what setup we need there before proceeding to do the setup in Flowmattic. So we go here into Leads Importer. So when we sign up for the tool, we will be in the dashboard page where we'll have the number of Google credits and used Google credits. This is basically just for you to see how much consumption is being done, but in the plans that you sign up for now, they are unlimited Google credits, so I would not worry about the value that we have here for now. Then on the right side, we have the total AI tokens, and this is basically if you want to have a business description written and the listing, you will need to purchase separately the AI token by coming here into the recharge section. Okay, then what we need to do after that is going into API settings, and then here we will need to create a Google Places API key and save it. So we have two ways of doing it. So you can come here into the Google support and check how you can create and restrict this key. Or if you prefer videos, you also have here a link to a YouTube video that will give you the step-by-step guide by Google. Okay, next part is going into settings here, and this is where we will start setting up our website. As we can see here now, we don't have a website. We have also here on the right side a button that says test webhook. So this will allow you when you are creating the flow in Flowmattic to test if to test the data coming, and then build and test properly the Flowmattic flow before actually start importing the listings. Okay, so we are going to add a website. We click here, and then as you can see, website URL. So I'm going to grab it here, this one. I will add it in here. We remove the ending trail. And then here is the part where I'm going to actually need the WordPress username and the application password. So I go back here again into the website, then here into all users, edit. This is the username I will need for it. I'm going here, edit here, and then we are going to create an application password. I'm going to indicate Voxel demo, for example. Add new application password, copy and store it somewhere if you need it, because it will not be available after once you leave this page. Okay, I'm going to go here, edit, and now this is the part where we actually need the Flowmattic webhook. So we are going to go back here and to Flowmattic. One of the first things we need to do is go into integrations actually, and make sure we have the Voxel integration installed. So I'm going to come here. Yeah, I already installed it previously. We are then good. So we go into workflows. Okay, so then I have already here three workflows. This is the one we are going to use, but I'll build one from scratch for us to see how it should be done. So we go here into new workflow. And as you can see, we come already with the webhook. So we click here, configure, we copy this webhook URL, and we go back into the setup. So now we're going to click here, copy paste, and okay, this part is done. We're going to do add website. So saved successfully, and we can see already the website here on the drop down. Okay, so the next step we are going to do is select the website that we set up, and then before going into the webhook. We will import the post types. Well, we will import, no, we'll actually add the category endpoint here, and then we are going to import the categories. So here we're going to click on the yellow button, add CPT category endpoint, because we are using the custom post type places, so we're going to add places. And then here on this API endpoint, we are going to grab the one that we exposed in the tool. So going back here into tools, REST API controller, and we go here into taxonomies, and we copy this one, copy link address, come here, and then add it here, save. Okay, so now we can see it, post type, places, taxonomy. You can see here the proper URL then that we are going to do. Okay. Next step, we are going to import the categories. As you saw in the beginning, I had bar, cinema, nightlife, and so on. And now to get that, we're going to click in Get List, and we are going to. Okay, it's already done. As you can see, I imported all the categories, and you can see the taxonomy, places category because it belongs to here, and the post type places. So in case you would have more post types, the events, for example, or you separate restaurants, shopping, you will be able to use the same process to add here first the post types, the URL for the taxonomy, and then import the categories. If you made a mistake or you need to start over, so you can just remove here one by one, or you can just delete all and then start again the process. This is also useful if you add later on new post types and new categories. So you can always update this part by doing that. Okay, so here we are done. We can test our webhook. Okay, so we go back here into WordPress. We go continue. We are now going to do a capture a response. We go back into Leadsimporter. We do test webhook, and then we go back here again into our website. And as you can see, the response was captured. So if we click here to see how it looks like, as you can see, listing name, corner bakery, a format address, a short address, so basically without the country, listing city, the country, the category, so this is actually the type from Google, the place ID, as I mentioned in the beginning. If then you will want to update the listing on an ongoing basis, you can also add it. The website, we got the email. I also made it in a process that you will get the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, and the YouTube when available. The lat long, the international phone number, the ratings total, postal codes, admin countries. As you can see, author, as I was mentioning for the image. The description that was actually done previously by AI that I will show you on how to do it. The listing URL, which is actually the GURL that we saw, the Google URL, which is so it has the CID number. Then this is the open hours, but this is more if you want to add it into the description, for example, because it contains here the weekday. And then the attribution URL also, the image, then the category that it's the ones I showed you previously that you imported from your own website, the hours of the business here, and the days already in a prepared format for Voxel. Okay. So we have everything here. We can continue building our flow then. We're going to do save and close. The next step is then to, if you want to import the image, is then to create a new media here. So we use the WordPress. We'll do it new media here below. Here we go. Continue. And then what we are going to do actually we are going to need the file to be downloaded. So we are going to need actually the file from the response we had here. We're going to capture webhook response. And going below, we are going to select this one. Okay, so now we have it. Continue. Continue. And what's going to do, it's going to download the image into your website, and it's going to create an image ID that you will need also further on. So you're going to do a test action. Okay, so you got the image, and as you can see, we have the media ID, and we'll use this for the next step. I'm going to do save and close. All right, so the next step is to create the voxel listing, and we are going then to add here another action, voxel in this case, and we are going to choose create a post, create a new post here, continue. And because I used again the post type places, I'm going to immediately select here the place. Post status, you decide how you want to do it, published, draft, or pending. So in this case, I'm going to do it, for example, draft. Let's see. This one you can leave blank as it is because it will be created by the user that it's creating the listing. So in this case, that admin user that I showed in the previously. Post URL slug is also created dynamically. Then we go for the voxel fields. So we have the title. So I'm going to add, for example, here again, capture the webhook response, the listing name, slogan. You can add whatever you want here. You can also add another AI step if you want to write something short and catchy using AI, up to you. But in this case, I leave it usually just with the category from Google. Then the category is going to be the one that we imported into the tool, and then the one that you chose during the import, that we'll see it later on how to do it. In this case, for now, for the demo, we're going to choose the fields. So this one. Okay, so we don't have amenities in price range for now. Description, again, it's the one that we have here. Capture the webhook response. This one. And we continue to go further down the steps to fill this in. So the only thing I will show you here, so we would fill the rest of this, of course, respectively. So the only thing I will note now here is the social network. So as of now, Voxel is still not prepared here, or Flowmattic in this case is not prepared to do multiple entrances in the social and the repeater fields. So what I usually do is I click here and I add first Facebook, but of course you can add first Instagram, Twitter, whichever is more relevant for you. And then here I actually add the network URL, which I come here, and it's this one, the listing Facebook. Okay, so we do the rest here and to the bottom, and then here, of course, it's just to show you how it looks like as it is, as it says, accepts values with the comma, and here also below the instructions. So in that case, the tool is already prepared. So I would come here below, and I would choose work days, and then here below work hours. Here we go. And then here in the work status, we put hours. Okay, so then we would fill the rest. I will do it quickly and pause the video just for a second. As a remark, before I did do the rest, actually, don't forget that the image in the gallery, for example, they use the ID, so we would not use this response here. We would use this one. So we would use, for example, here, go into the new media, and then here, of course, in the future, when we have more images, we are, sorry for that, we are going to use the same process. Okay, so we do this. Okay, so I'll go ahead and fill in the rest, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have everything now. It looks okay for now. All right, so I'm going to do this on continue, continue. We can already test it and see how it looks like. So let's do a test action. All right, it created a post. Let's save and close. The workflow is saved, so let's see how it looks like. Right, see how it looks like here. Well, let's open another tab. And then here we have here, as we can see, the draft categories there also, bars. Okay, and the image is here. I added the type and the slogan for now. We can see here also the description. It's here. The hours also here. Okay. the rating, the total ratings. I also added the star icon here to look okay. And then here I added a small text also to explain. And then this is here, of course, is just a mock-up, but this is where in the future, when with the add-on, where you will see the review, the summary of the reviews done by AI, as you can see. Then we had Facebook, so I added here Facebook quickly also. It's in text, as you can see, and the category is here, and I also added the image for the gallery. Okay, so it looks good. So let's continue with the flow. We go back into here into the Flowmattic. Okay, so what we want to do now is actually we still need to add Instagram and Twitter, and for that we add another action, and we go into Voxel, and we are going to choose add a repeater field item. Okay, continue. Post ID we are going to grab from this here created previously, so coming here into this response, post ID, this one. Post type is a place, as we know. Here we are going to add then Instagram, for example, and we are going to add the URL from this initial response, right, from the webhook and from Leadsimporter. So again here, right, Instagram, then continue. Okay, let's check again here into the listing. Okay, and as you can see, we have it here. Okay, I didn't design this super well, but as you can see, both are here. Okay, so we go back into the website. So now if you want to do Twitter, for example, you just add another repeater field here. So you repeat the process, and then you add Twitter, and of course the same for YouTube. All right, so we are almost there. We need another action. So here, as with the webhook that will capture the response from the tool, the Leadsimporter tool. Here we'll add the media, the image that we will want to use for the listing. So this one here will be imported. Then create the post with the data captured here in the webhook, and then finally adding the repeater field items for Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, well, and Facebook, depending on which one do you want. Okay, so now the last action is the one that will allow you to control your imports in order not to also duplicate your listings. So for that we add a webhook response. We choose the option webhook response here, continue. We say it's a parameter as JSON, and then here what we are going to do is actually the WP underscore ID. And the value that we want to add here is the post ID that we created here in this part, in the action 3. So we're going to come here and create a new post, and we are going to do post ID. So this last step, what it will do is will allow to capture the post ID, and then when you keep using the tools, the Leadsimporter, we will be able to see if that listing was already imported, and this will make sure that you don't import duplicates into your website, so avoiding then to have not only duplicates, but then avoiding that you have to clean up your website. Okay, we're going to do continue, save, and this workflow is done, and we are ready to use it. So we're going to go here, publish workflow, and it's saved. Okay, so the next step now is to start searching for listings and then choose the ones that we want to import. And for that now we are going to need only to go back into the Leadsimporter tool and do the whole process from there. So we go here. We have everything also here prepared and tested. So we go back into search. And this will now be our working area. So when we access this page, we'll have 3 input fields. We have the keyword for so the Google keyword that we want to search for, the location where we will want to search. So you can use the location, a zip code, a city, an address, and then here we have the radius. We can do it from 1 kilometer to 25 kilometers, so 0.62 miles to 15.5 miles. As a remark, Google recommends to use give and take 5 or 1 because this will allow you to make more coverage of the search per a reduced area, right? Because if you put 25 kilometers and it just gives you 60 results, they are going to be very separated from each other. So we do recommend to make the searches from 1 into 5 kilometers. The other remark is that here you only have these 3 input fields because this is the starter plan, but there's 2 more available plans, the advanced and the turbo, and these ones will allow you to actually make a search using also a Google Maps, and it will allow you to track your searches, and this will make sure that you have as much as coverage as possible of a certain area or a city, for example. Okay, so if everything is properly set up, we are ready to do a search. In this case, let's maybe check with, well, everybody likes pizza, so we'll use pizza. Then let's say the best pizzas are in New York. Here, and for this, I'm going to use 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles. And basically, we're just going to click the search button. So there will be this pop-up. You will use a search. So depending on the number of listings that it will find, of course, it will take a little bit longer. There's also a process behind where it finds a listing. It will search for the email, the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So just keep in mind it can take a little bit longer or it can be faster depending on the number of searches that it finds. Okay, we're back, and it found 60 results, and as you can see here, we have a photo, the name, the address, the rating, the total number of reviews, the zip code, the category. So this is actually the type from Google. And then here the social media. So in this case, it only found the website. And then here below, for example, it found the Instagram, the website, and the email. And also here as a remark, we have here this icon, the check, which basically indicates that this listing was previously imported. And that's why, and it appears here because I tested the tool before, and this is why this listing is here for this website. Okay, then here on the top we also have the CSV button. So if you would like to export these results into a CSV, you just click here. If you would like to start over again, you just click in clear. And then here below we also have the GPT button and the import. So as you see, the import is still not possible because you need to enable it here on the top. And finally, we also have here the edit button where actually you can see a little bit more information, and you will be able to see the description generated by the GPT. Okay, so now we would be almost ready for import. We would click enable import, and another section here will appear, which is basically then your working area here for your website. So the custom post type that we had, the categories that we imported into the tool. This is the rating. So basically here is if you don't want to import all the listings with a certain rating, you can choose to filter. So if I would choose this one, so this means that we'll only import the listings that we have here in the results where the ratings are higher than 4. So now I'm going to leave it then in all. Then here on the right side, we have the run ChatGPT with import. So there's here an information window tooltip. And it basically what it says is that only use this if you also want to write the description at the same time as the import. So what it would mean is if I would click here and then I would choose import, then that the AI description will be written at the same time and imported into your listing. And for now, at least, it will not be visible here when you do the edit because it's imported directly into your listing. Then here on this side, we have the language that you want the business description, and here we have the number of words that you want for the business description. Also keep in mind that if you are using this feature together with the number of, so the bigger the number of words that you will request, it will also take a little bit longer for the AI to write the description. Okay, then here below, finally, we have the toggle, and here is basically if you want to write an AI description for all these businesses, you would just click here to select all of them. As you can see, all selected. It will indicate also here, and then a button appeared to run the AI GPT. So if now you would click the button, you would write the AI descriptions for all these 60 results, and you would be able to see all of them here. If you don't want to write for all because you don't want to import all the listings, you can just select individually here. So let's say we would select this one. And now I would write, for example, 100 words, and I would want this in Spanish. Okay. So now we are going to run AI GPT. It's going to say AI in progress. So it's, and as you can see, it's already finished here. It's actually, it went to the third position because I added the sorting, but then I'll add a better option and how to sort the listings properly. Okay, so it added the GPT description, and the way to know how it's done, it will be appearing this star icon here, and also when we now do edit, we have here, as you can see, as requested, 100 words in Spanish. So if you don't like something here, you can always change, and then here click and edit the information. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're done here. The next step then is if we would like to import the listings, then we are ready. So let's say we wanted the places, here we wanted the restaurants. We're going to, okay. We want all the rating. And then here now on the right side, we can choose if we want to import all of them or if we also want to import one by one. And for that, we click here if we want one by one. If not, just click here and it will enable all. In that case, let's try to test with the one that we actually added the AI description. So I'm going to select this one. Okay, it will tell you one listing selected to import. So if you selected another one, it will tell you the number. So let's keep it here, one for now. And we are, okay, we seem good to go. It's ready. Let's just click import then. You will appear another pop-up indicating that the listings are being imported. And as you can see, it also ran already. It went actually now again back into the first place. I need to solve this. And it's appearing also here the icon that the listing was properly imported. So let's go back into the website and see if it all went well. So go here into places. And as you can see here, it's imported. Okay, so it looks good here, and if you remember, it's in draft, because if we go back into the flow, as you can see here, the post type and the post status are actually required. What maybe I can do is I can talk to the Flowmattic team if they can actually put this dynamic to also facilitate the process and the end, in order to not be also prone to human error. Okay, we go back into the listing. So, okay, so restaurants as we wanted, the category, the draft as I was saying. Let's do an edit here then to check if everything is okay. So title, as we can see here, the AI description. The slogan that, if you remember, I actually used the type, the Google type for now, for the demo. The category, then in the next step, we go here, details. The gallery, so the image, and as you can see also the featured image. Next step, the email. I don't think the listing had the email. Let's check here. Yes, so it didn't have email, so it's fine. Then we have the phone number, the website, a network. It didn't have any network, I think. It's just, yeah, it only had the website exactly. Then let's go back here. The place ID, as we discussed previously. So the rating, total ratings looks good. The author, the attribution, Google URL. Okay, and then of course these two fields are also, as I mentioned before, that will be added in the future as an add-on. Next step, we also have the hours. Okay, then next step, we have the location. All right. Okay, so it looks okay. We go back then here into the tool. Okay, so that's it. We're done. As you can see, it's quite easy and fast to import a listing. So to search actually and import a listing into your Voxel theme using the Flowmattic plugin. So we are completed here. Let me know if you have any comments below in the video, and also let me know what you would like to see in this tool. We will have soon a review widget and also a possibility of updating the listing on a regular basis. So for example, for the AI review summary and also the ratings and the total reviews. So stay tuned for the next video, and yeah, let me know your thoughts. Thanks a lot, everyone.